In this lecture, I would like to discuss about the involvement of d orbitals in various types of hybridizations. In previous lecture, we already discussed some type of hybridizations, and we have taken some examples. So let us explain that concept once again. Formation of sp3d and sp3d2 hybrid orbitals and sp3d hybridization. Okay, formation of sp3d hybrid orbitals and sp3 dehybridization. So let us take the example of this type of the hybridization. So let us see here. So we have taken the example here. I would like to take the example here belongs to this sp3d hybridization. Example, it is phosphorus pentachloride. So to find out the hybridization of the phosphorus pentachloride, central phosphorus atom, let us write the electronic configuration. Phosphorus atomic number 15. So it is having the electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p3. So in the valence shell of the phosphorus atom, there are 5 electrons. So phosphorus in ground state, the electronic configuration of the phosphorus in ground state. So let us write this valence shell 3s orbital, which is having 2 electrons, and 3p orbital, which is having 3 electrons. So this is the ground state here. Now in phosphorus pentachloride, there are 5 sigma bonds between the phosphorus and 5 chlorine atoms. So we require 5 hybrid or 5 we require 5 half filled orbitals here. 5 half filled orbitals. Now let us write here the vacant d orbital also here, that is 3d orbital, which is having no any electron. Okay. So phosphorus in excited state. So in excited state, the promotion of the electron is takes place from 2s orbital to the 3s orbital to the 3d orbital. So let us show this. Phosphorus in excited state. We have to create here 5 half filled orbital. And in ground state, only 3 half filled orbitals are there. So promotion of this electron from 3s to 3d will be takes place. So now you can see the valence shell, it is having, okay. So 1s, 3p and 1d orbitals having the half filled orbitals. So these orbitals are now involved into the hybridization. So in phosphorus pentachloride, we can show the arrangement now here. The unpaired electron present in each orbital, now it is shared with the electron of the chlorine atom. So let us represent this. This unpaired electron can be shared with this. Similarly here, that will be same here also. Okay. So we can, so these are the electrons of the chlorine atom, 5 chlorine atom, and there is a formation of 5 sigma bonds. Okay. So hybridization, it is sp3 dehybridization. 5 sp3 hybrid orbitals are formed. And for sp3d hybridization, the corresponding geometry, it is trigonal bipyramidal geometry. Trigonal bipyramidal geometry. So let us show this trigonal bipyramidal geometry. Okay, so in this way, phosphorus atom undergoes sp3d hybridization. So there is a formation of 5 sp3d hybrid orbitals. So you can see here formation of this 1s orbital get combined, 3p orbital get combined, and dz square orbital, and formation of this 5 sp3d hybrid orbital. This is along the axial position and it is at the equatorial position. So the structure of phosphorus pentachloride will be like this. The 3 chlorine atoms are at the equatorial position and 2 chlorine atoms are at the axial position. So in this way, in phosphorus pentachloride, the central phosphorus undergoes sp3d hybridization. Now let us take the example of sp3d2 hybridization. sp3d2 hybridization. Okay, so I would like to take the example of this sp3d2 hybridization. For example, SF6 molecule, sulfur hexafluoride. It shows sp3d2 hybridization. Then let us take the another example here, CrCO6, hexacarbonyl chromium. It shows D2sp3 hybridization. Okay, so let us see first sp3d2. So sulfur atomic number 16, electronic configuration 1s2 2s2 2p4, 1s2 2s2 2p6 3s2 3p4. Okay, so for sulfur in ground state, so we have to write the ground state electronic configuration of the sulfur. So 3s orbital, it is having 2 electron, and 3p orbital, it is having 4 electrons. Okay, this is 3s, 2 electron, paired electron, and 3p. You can see here. So this is 3s orbital, 3p orbital, and next vacant orbital, it is 3d. Okay, 3d vacant orbital is also there in the valence shell. So you can see here in the valence shell of the sulfur, there are 6 electrons. 1 minute. This is not there. Okay, 6 electrons are there. Okay, so this is the electronic configuration of the sulfur in the ground state. Now we know that in sulfur hexafluoride there are 6 sulfur fluorine bonds. So we require here 6 half-filled orbitals. 6 half-filled orbitals. So sulfur in excited state. Sulfur in excited state. So in excited state, what happens? Promotion of electron is takes place. Promotion of electron is takes place from 3s and 3p orbital to the 3d orbital. So let us show this. Promotion of the electron is takes place. This electron goes to here. This electron goes to here. So we can show the arrangement now in this way. So there are 2 d orbitals which are half filled, 3p orbitals which are half filled, and one this 3s orbital, it is half filled. So therefore sulfur atom undergoes sp3d2 hybridization in SF6 molecule. As there are 6 fluorine atoms are covalently bonded to the central sulfur atom, so in SF6 sulfur hexafluoride, we can show the arrangement now in this way. Sulfur hexafluoride. Okay, so let us write this. Sulfur hexafluoride molecule. Sulfur atom undergoes sp3d2 hybridization. So this electron can be shared with the electron of the fluorine atom. Similarly here, shared with the electron of the fluorine atom. Similarly here. Okay, so 6 fluorine atoms have electrons in their orbital and it can be shared with this. So therefore sulfur atom undergoes sp3d2 hybridization. And for sp3d2 hybridization, the geometry is octahedral. Okay, octahedral means like this. The geometry, it is octahedral geometry. Okay, sulfur is the central atom and 4 fluorine atoms are at the square, at the corner of the square. Okay, like this. And 2 fluorine atoms are at the trans position. So this is the octahedral geometry. This is trans position here. So this is the structure of the SF6 molecule, octahedral geometry it is having, and sulfur atom undergoes sp3d2 hybridization. Let us take another example. That is another example. It is CrCO6. Involvement of d orbitals in the hybridization. So another example, it is CrCO6. What is the name of this compound? Hexacarbonyl chromium. Hexacarbonyl. The name of the complex, it is hexacarbonyl chromium. Okay, chromium oxidation state 0, chromium 0. So chromium, it is having the electronic configuration atomic number 25. It is having the electronic configuration argon 3d 54s1. Okay, so chromium in ground state. Chromium in ground state. So 3d orbital first. Okay, 5d orbitals are there. 4s orbital and next 4p orbital. Okay, in the valence shell 4p orbital is also there, which is empty orbital. So 3d orbital is now having 5 electrons, and in this complex the oxidation state of the chromium is 0. This is 4s1 here. Okay, this is 4s. 4p is totally empty. Now we know that in this complex ion, when this carbonyl ligand is approaches to the central metal chromium, the force created by the central metal chromium is very strong. When carbonyl ligand it is approaches to the central metal atom chromium, it creates the strong force and pairing of the electron will be takes place in the valence shell. So chromium undergoes excited state. So in excited state we can represent now the arrangement. Pairing of the electron is takes place. Okay, pairing of the electron is takes place here. So this is 3d orbital, then 4s orbital and 4p orbital. We require 6 vacant orbitals here because coordination number of the chromium it is 6. So we have to create 6 vacant orbitals. So first of all, these electrons gets paired here. 6 electrons are here. They can be paired here in the 3d orbital. Now 2d orbitals are vacant. 1s orbital and 3p orbitals are vacant now here. Okay. So in these vacant orbitals, this carbonyl ligand donates their electron. That electron can be placed here. That electrons can be placed in the vacant orbitals. Okay, so let us show. In the complex CrCO6, the arrangement will be in this way. And we can find out the hybridization here. Hexacarbonyl chromium. Okay, so see now, here the electrons are donated into the vacant orbital. Electrons are coming from the carbonyl group, carbonyl ligand. So similarly here 2 electrons are coming from the carbonyl ligand. They can be goes into the this orbital. So hybridization it is now here, combination of 2d orbital, then 1s orbital, d2sp3, 3p orbitals. So for d2sp3 hybridization, the central chromium atom undergoes d2sp3 hybridization. Geometry it is octahedral. Geometry it is octahedral. D2sp3 hybridization geometry, it is octahedral geometry. So let us represent the structure of this complex. Hexacarbonyl chromium. Hexacarbonyl chromium. This complex, it is having coordination compound. It is having the structure like this: central metal chromium here, 4 carbonyl groups at the corner of the square, and 2 carbonyl groups are at the trans position like this. So this is the structure of the complex. It is having the octahedral geometry. In this way, in this case also, there is a involvement of the d orbitals, D2sp3. Okay. Let us explain the another type of the hybridization. Let us proceed further now. You can see. Okay. This is the diagram belongs to sp3d2 hybridization. This is axial position, trans position, and this is at the corner of the square. Okay. So this is sp3 d2 or d2 sp3 hybrid orbitals. 6 hybrid orbitals are formed here. Combination of s orbital, 3p orbital, and 2d orbitals, and it will having such type of the hybrid orbitals which is having the identical energy or equivalent energy. Then let us take the another example here, sp2d hybrid orbitals and sp2d hybridization. sp2d hybridization. Okay. sp2d hybridization. So see here, formation of sp2d hybrid orbitals are actually rare. In very rare cases, sp2d hybridization is uncommon. In this case, one s orbital, 2p orbitals, and 1d orbitals get combined. It is shown here. See, 1s, 2p, and 1d orbital. So sp2d hybrid orbitals are supposed to form by the combination of s orbital, px and py orbital. Actually, sp2 hybrid orbitals are formed due to this combination in xy plane. Okay, and 1d orbital is also involved here. So hybridization is sp2d. So example of this, it is COH2O4 2 plus. COH2O4 2 plus. The name of the complex, it is tetra echo copper ion. Tetra echo copper ion. So let us represent the arrangement now here. Okay. The third type of the hybridization you can see, that is sp3d, sp2d hybridization. sp2d hybridization, 1s, 2p, and 1d orbital get combined. So example, it is CuH2O4 2 plus tetra echo copper second ion. So copper, it is having atomic number 29, having the electronic configuration argon 3d, argon 3d 10 for S1. So copper in 2 plus oxidation state, in this complex ion oxidation state of the copper, it is 2 plus. So it is having the electronic configuration argon 3d9 4h0, and next orbital it is 4p. So this is the valence shell. So let us represent copper 2 plus ion in ground state. Copper 2 plus ion in the ground state. So 3d orbitals, there are 5d orbitals. Okay, there are 5d orbitals, 1 2 3 4 5. 4s orbital is empty here, 4p orbital is also empty. This is 4p orbital. 4s. Now this is 3d orbital. So let us see, there are 9 electrons here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. So one unpaired electron is here now. Now in CuH2O4, actually one s orbital and 3p orbitals are vacant. So it is expected that it shows sp3 hybridization, but that is not true. So this unpaired electron will be shifted or promoted to one of the p orbital, and this orbital becomes vacant in the excited state. So let us see copper 2 plus in excited state. So promotion of this unpaired electron, instead of represented here in the d orbital, that unpaired electron will be promoted to the p orbital, one of the p orbital. So let us see. So let us put that unpaired electron here. This promotion goes to here. Now here 1d orbital vacant because we are discussing about involvement of the d orbitals in the hybridization. So this is 3d, 4s and 4p. So hybridization is here dsp2, hybridization. So in this way copper 2 plus ion undergoes dsp2 hybridization. So in this complex, the arrangement will be in this way. We can show the arrangement now in this way. You can see here CuS2O4 2 plus. So in this vacant orbitals, water molecules donates their electron pair here. Okay, these are the electrons donated by the water molecule. Electrons donated by the water molecule here. Similarly here. So DsP2 hybridization. For DsP2 hybridization, the geometry it is square planar. Expected geometry it is square planar here. Square planar geometry. So let us show this square planar geometry. It will be in this way. Okay. So this is copper 2 plus and electrons donated by the 4 ligands. Water molecule will be here. So this complex ion has square planar geometry. So with the help of the hybridization, we can explain here the square planar geometry. Okay. So see here this square planar geometry, this electron will be goes to here. Hybridization, it is dsp2 hybridization. And these are the electrons donated by the 4 water molecules. Okay. So in CuH2O4 2 plus complex ion, the central copper shows this type of the hybridization. Now let us going to discuss the next example related to sp2 d2 hybridization. You can see here sp2 d2 hybrid orbitals and sp2 d2 hybridization. sp2 d2 hybridization. This is a new type sp2 d2 hybridization. So let us see here. Okay, see sp2 d2 hybrid orbitals involve combination of 1s orbital, 2p orbitals and 2d orbitals, dx square minus y square and dz square. And the example it is MnCl5, where Mn it is in the +2 oxidation state here, +2, this Mn x minus 5 equal to -3, this 1 chlorine carry 1 negative charge, 5 chlorine atom carry -5 charges. So x equal to +2. Oxidation state of the Mn2 plus it is +2 and it is having the electronic configuration D5, 3D5. Mn2 plus electronic configuration it is 3D5 4H0. So you can see there are 5 unpaired electrons, 4s and 4p orbitals are vacant. and there are 5 chlorine atoms who are going to bond it to the manganese. So we require here 5 vacant orbitals. 5 vacant orbitals. But how? See the arrangement here. Okay. So 2d orbitals are involved in the hybridization, sp2 d2 hybridization, and having the square pyramidal geometry here. sp2 d2 hybridization geometry, it is square pyramidal. Okay. So number of examples are given there. MnCO6, sp3d3 hybridization. Let us going to be discuss about this. sp3d3 hybridization. sp3d3 hybridization. sp3d3 hybridization. So today we discuss sp3d or dsp3 hybridization, sp3d2 or d2sp3 hybridization, then sp2d2. Example, it is MnCl5, MnCl5 to 3 minus. Later on, we are going to be discuss the third that hybridization, sp3d3 hybridization. Example, it is iodine heptafluoride. So in this way, the d orbitals are involved in the hybridization. Number of the type of the hybridizations are there. So one by one, I would like to discuss. In the next video, we are going to be discuss about sp3d3 hybridization, where d orbitals are participated into the hybridization.